Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit of the WoW podcast Blue Please over on cynicalbrint.com. So what's this? This is Orgrimmar, yes indeed. This is Orgrimmar from the air. Something I forgot about, and many of you most likely did too. Flying mounts can now be used in Azeroth, so I'm going to use this video to demonstrate the actual water effects, now that they've been turned on in the console, as well as the sunbeam effect, and the bits of Orgrimmar that I missed, as well as give you an overview in a way that you've never really seen Orgrimmar before. Now this is a new area called the Goblin Slum. It is attached to the Valley of Spirits, and it is a mess. Look at it. Look at what they've done. Not the best place to show off the new water effect, is it? It's all slimy. Ah. Say no to green immigration, folks. I thought the Blood Elves were bad. At least they were clean. Now this is the Valley of Spirits area. Not a huge amount of changes made. And yet again, you'd think after the fortification of this whole place, they wouldn't leave the back door open like that, but apparently not. Evidently, the Horde defenses leave something to be desired. Fly down here and have a look at the water. A little bit cleaner here. Nice reflection there, as you can see. Ripple effects are very good indeed. It's very nice. Now, there are actual reflections of terrain, but this is not the best place to show it, so I'll show you later. Now, there are those sunbeam effects. If you obfuscate the sun or any bright light source, you will get shining beam effects come past. It's pretty neat. Okay, let's head back along here. I'll show you this from the air. Now, above a lot of Orgrimmar, you can clearly see the rocks jutting out, and you can, of course, fly over those. There's a lot of mountains around the city. Now, there is another Zeppelin tower right here. They've actually moved the Zeppelin tower. There was one outside. It's now in Orgrimmar, and it's on top of this rather large jut of rock right there. That, as I recall, is the one that will take you to Northrend, if I remember correctly. I don't use these kind of things. I'm a mage. Just bear that in mind. Now, this is the Valley of Wisdom. Now, someone in the comments was asking, well, why don't you show us the fortress where Thrall is? Well, this is the simple answer. It's not there anymore. That's where it used to be. Give or take. It's now a Tauren village. It is rather odd, isn't it? Yet again, very nice water effects there. Haven't done much to the waterfalls. They still need to polish those up a little bit. Floaty stuff all over the place. You can clearly see this is the remnants of the festival. Whatever festival it was. I don't pay attention to such things, but whatever the case, that's where the terrain used to be. And they haven't properly moved the stuff in the beta yet. That's why you've got this stuff floating everywhere. Zoom in and have a look around right here. Now, that's where we are. Go and have a look along here. Now, there is an area that you might not have seen before, mainly because it wasn't there in the first place. And this may surprise you. I'm going to have a look at that in a minute after I've just made sure we haven't missed anything around here. That's the Valley of Wisdom all done and dusted. And I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Some random crazy stone circle there with what appear to be scourge-like crystals. Now, you should remember those crystals from areas like Silithis. I have no idea what their meaning is or why they're there. Now, you just saw that in the left-hand corner there. That's unusual. I've never seen that before. Out of the back of the Valley of Honor, there appears to be a trench, a chasm of some description that's been cut through the rock. You see there, propped up by scaffolding. Evidently quite new. A lot of fortifications. Where does it take you? Yes, indeed, the mysterious third entrance to Orgrimmar, straight into Ashara, which is now around a level 14 plus leveling zone. Very different. Very nice looking gate he has there. Oh yes. Now let's zoom all the way out so we can give you a bird's eye view. You see a Zeppelin coming into the actual city here. They've moved the Zeppelin tower, and I'll show you what they've done in the outside area quite shortly. Now, I would show you the other cities, but the only one that's really been modified in a major way is Stormwind. I'll try and get a video of that at some point. I've been to Undercity. There are some minor modifications in the outside area, but nothing crazy as of yet. Stormwind apparently has some major remodeling, and I will show you that when I get the chance. And yes, at the moment you can actually fly indoors, which is a little weird. I don't know if that's intended. It's just amazing after all this time to finally see this city from the air. It's completely different. Obviously, it's been 6 years now, give or take. And this is the first time I've ever gotten to see any of the places that I've spent so long in from the sky. As jaded as I am and as big into effectively raiding and nothing else, it's still pretty awesome. I don't think anyone can argue that. It's nice as well. It seems like they've really gone all out with it. Texture work is good across the board. Looks like it's been slightly polished up. Now you see here, that is the entrance to Durotar. And of course the Barrens will be off to the right. There's a lot of water there now. There didn't used to be. I was just checking my console commands there just to make sure everything's in. I think that's as far as I can get the view distance, I'm afraid. Won't go any further than that. Okay, that's the front of it there. It's impressive. Now, I do wonder, again, if this is going to be phased, because it is in stages of construction right now. I would think it would be finished eventually. We'll see. They're big into phasing in this, as you will see in a lot of the different zones. And again, I will try and cover as much of that as possible. Right, now there used to be a Zeppelin tower here. There isn't anymore. There's a few guard towers. And a strange boat. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know where this goes. Not at all, but it looks like a goblin boat of some sort, so it wouldn't surprise me if it took you either to the goblin area or to somewhere like Ratchet. But this is a perfect place to look at the reflections on the water. Very nice indeed. We'll have a look at that in a sec after we've looked at this. It's definitely a goblin boat. Look at it, it's a mess. That's where we are right here. The Echo Isles is something I will show you in a future video. That's been completely remodeled. It's now the Thrall starting zone. About bloody time. It's very nice reflections there. That's the reflection of the mountain, and it's pretty damn beautiful. For a 6-year-old game, they've done a fairly good job of polishing it up, and the unique art style endures. My name has been Totalbiscuit, and that has been a second look at Orgrimmar, this time from the air. Now, hopefully you can stop pestering me for Orgrimmar stuff, and I'll see what I can do for future videos. Upcoming videos include a full run-through of the new Blackrock instance, which I have recorded. I'm editing and commentating it right now, and then we'll have a look at the Goblin starting zone, as well as Stormwind and maybe Echo Isles. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget to check out my podcast. The link is there in the video description, and I will see you next time.